Alright, well, it's 004, and, I'm here with a movie review. See, I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I've finally seen a movie that's close enough to release date that it becomes relevant. I mean, I've seen, other movies, but always, several weeks after they came out, so there's no point doing a review. Anyway, the movie I saw, and we'll be doing a review about, is The Unborn, which you may have seen trailers for. If you haven't, this is a horror movie about a woman who's being haunted by the ghost of her dead twin who died in the womb. Okay. So yeah. So I was really excited when I went to go see it because, I mean, it looked interesting, looked scary. I haven't seen a scary movie in a while, so I thought, what the heck. Upon watching this movie, there are several large gaping problems with it. Most of them revolving around the plot. There is one large glaring flaw that I noticed near the end, but we'll get to that later. The plot. As I said, the movie was advertised as being about the woman and her dead twin. Well, they don't. That's actually the plot of the first 30 minutes of the movie, and the twist end. The twist end relates to that. The rest of it is about, what is a D-book? A D-book is sort of like, a demon, I guess. There is an exorcism scene at the end, so I'm just going to say demon. I guess I'll say Jewish demon. So, that's what the movie's about. It's about a Jewish demon. Not about a vengeful twin, it's a Jewish demon. Yeah. But yeah, I went with a friend, he said I've been complaining about this too much. But no, that really pisses me off. It's called The Unborn. You're advertising it as being about the girl's dead twin. It's actually about a Jewish demon. A D-book. Why? It just seems unnecessary. And, yeah. And one of the things that occurred to me during the movie is there's a theory, and it's kind of like a joke theory, I guess, that as the length of a conversation increases infinity, the odds of the conversation going towards Hitler or Nazism increases. This movie's living proof of that. There's I was shocked, just this random Holocaust scene. I mean, it makes sense in the movie. It's, I guess, the origin of the Jewish demons, sort of. The original twin. Hey, kitty. But yeah, it's a little weird. Apart from that, that's a gripe. That may be a preference issue, but the movie itself has a lot of holes. I mean, it's really hard for me to get in specific, but you'll be sitting there, asking yourself questions like, why would a woman who has come to you asking about an exorcism, I mean, seriously, there's a scene where this woman's going to go see a rabbi, because she's performing an exorcism, she found a book, and someone told her he's the guy to go to. So she goes in there with this supernatural book, asking for an exorcism, and his first idea is, you don't seem to believe in the spiritual. I mean, that's what the character was at the beginning, but she's with a supernatural book asking for an exorcism. And it actually gets worse. In the trailer, there's a scene with a dog with its head upside down, and you're like, whoa, that's really scary. But that scene in the movie is, I mean, it doesn't really make sense. It's also like that. The guy just comes in there, he's like, the rabbi comes in there, his freaky dog, and he's like, get out. And the dog leaves. Okay, that's kind of a lame scene, but it gets worse. In the next scene, the guy is talking with this woman, trying to get the help of a priest, to get, double religion thing going. He's like, I'm not sure if I quite believe in this, but I'm gonna get you some help. This is right after the dog scene, I need to remind you. Freaky dog, which he actually saw as he was reading through the supernatural book, there's this creepy dog. Now it's in my synagogue. I'm not sure about this. I mean, duh. And, yeah. One more gripe about the plot, and I'll get to the main problem. In the trailer, there's also this creepy kid who's like, he wants to be born now. And in the trailer, it's pretty creepy, and in the first scene, it's near the beginning, it's pretty creepy too. But most people don't realize when they see the trailer that he's in more of the movie. And it gets to a certain point, like, are none of his parents, like, do they not notice what he's doing? Do they not notice he's getting hit by cars and not dying, and he's saying all this creepy stuff and stabbing people? I mean, really? How ignorant are these parents? It's just... It shocks me. How are they not noticing this about the kid? It blows my mind. Yeah, and okay. So I got through my main plot gripes. It's not a well-written plot, but, I mean, most horror movies may have weak plots. Maybe not this week, but, I mean, we're not expecting Shakespeare here. But there is one thing that every horror movie needs. A very important aspect that this film has left out. So I'm just going to come out and say, I'm not going to beat around the bush. This movie is not scary. It's not. It's, okay, the first, like, 10 minutes were scary. The opening scene was pretty creepy, and there's a couple little moments after that. But, like, after the first 15 minutes, you'll stop being like, oh, this is really scary. And you'll maybe start saying, okay, I think there's going to be a monster here. I'm going to go ahead and, like, cover my ears or cover my eyes. I mean, I was with a friend, we were doing that. But then you get to this one scene, it's, like, right after this girl has a dream about being in the hospital and seeing this creepy patient. I'm not going to ruin much, even though I probably ruined most of it. And then she's like, rah! And then that was like the last time we had to cover ears and eyes. I felt like saying that. And then after that, then you're cured. You can just say like, all right, there's going to be a monster over there. All right, well, got through that. Okay, and then you'll start saying, all right, okay, he's going downstairs. All right, she's going downstairs. She saw that guy. He looks a little dead. I think he's going to become that spidery old man from the trailer. Oh, look, he's a spidery old man. And even though we predicted it, it's like, okay, this might still be a little creepy. It's not. I mean, halfway through it just stops being scary and starts being predictable. I mean, extremely predictable. It's not even like I'm a horror movie buff who's seen all these horror movies and knows the convention. I haven't seen that many horror movies, and it's still, like, really predictable. But yeah, I'll, just wrap this up. I think one way to describe this movie, a few weeks ago I saw The Tale of Despereaux, and when telling other people about it, I say, my basic conclusion is, if you could somehow create a bubble outside of time, essentially, if you could watch this movie without investing any time or money, then it's worth seeing. And after I got out of the movie theater, I got in the car with my sister who watched Twilight. And, yes, okay, after all that, would you say it's like The Tale of Despereaux and that if no time or money invested to be worth seeing? Not quite. So, and comparing Tale of Despereaux, the Tale of Despereaux was a little scarier. I'm not making that up either. I mean, if like... yeah, I mean, maybe watch the first 10 minutes, because those are pretty creepy, but then after that, just, it's not worth it. You can leave. In fact, like, find out, I think most movie theaters have a time where, like, if you're in the movie for 15 minutes and you walk out, you can get your money back. I'm sure that you can watch the scary parts and then go get your money back. It's totally worth it. I mean, those are some scary parts, but the rest of it just kind of sucks. So, as for a score, I'm gonna give this movie 4 out of 17. That's just how I write movies. This is 004 signing off.